Fields, in fact, just outside my village in South Buckinghamshire, cracked and dry ground, and unsurprising really, considering some parts of England have now had their driest May on record. And of course, anybody who's spent any length of time in a queue outside a supermarket during lockdown will know that dry spell stretches even longer. North East England has had its driest spring on record. That's a record stretch of 3 months, and individual sites like Aberdeen, Anglesey and also Crosby in Merseyside also seen record dry weather. Add on to that, of course, it has been particularly dry across the south. Driest of all was Benson in Oxfordshire, where there's not been any real rainfall recorded through this month, just a few drops here and there, and plenty of sunshine has gone with it. It's been a record-breaking spring in Morecambe and Wittering, just outside Peterborough, as far as sunshine levels. That has, of course, had its impact. You saw the dry ground there, but the rivers across parts of northwest England struggling at the moment. The rivers Lune and the rivers Kent at levels we've not seen since the droughts in 2011 and 1984. And if I just show you this last couple of charts, and remember we had all that wet weather to end the winter. Well, the green colours show where we started March, with the ground particularly wet. Where it's gone brown, we're now especially dry. The ground is much drier than it should be for the time of year, but there is a little bit of good news in that because we saw all that wet weather back at the end of winter, reservoirs are still full at the moment and groundwater levels are still where they should be for the time of year. But I have to say, there is no more rain in the forecast for the rest of this month for the vast majority either. And if anything, for some, the ground will dry out a bit more because it's going to get even warmer. Certainly a warm day to come today with plenty of sunshine around. We have got a little bit of light rain at the moment just in the far north of Scotland from this cloud, which has been toppling around area of high pressure that's with us. That will break up across much of Scotland through today. There is some low cloud as well to eastern counties of England. That will start to break up too. For most, it's going to be a case of long spells of sunshine right from the start of the day till the end. Where the cloud sits in place across Orkney, Shetland, the far north of Scotland, this is where temperatures will sit around 11 to 14 degrees, but warming up across the rest of Scotland. Sea temperatures, though, only around 9 to 13 or 14 Celsius. So that means that wherever you've got a sea breeze, it's going to feel cooler, particularly across East Anglia and the southeast as an easterly wind kicks up today. And that means western areas always warmest, 25, maybe 26 Celsius to the west of Wales. But the sunshine is particularly strong at the moment, so take note of that. Now, going to this evening and overnight, low cloud stays for Shetland, and we'll see some return to eastern counties of England to take us into tomorrow morning. Temperatures dropping down into single figures for a few, but most in double figures as we start Friday. But it's going to be a very, very similar day to today for the vast majority. Low cloud where we've got it across eastern counties of England will break up. Bit of fair weather cloud here and there. Staying a bit gloomy in Shetland, but some sunny moments are expected. Much of the UK, though, again, sunshine from the start of the day to the end. A little bit more in the way of breeze. As you can see, coming from an easterly direction, we will see temperatures along those eastern coasts struggling just a touch. So away from that, temperatures 26, 27 degrees towards the west, climbing in western and northern Scotland to around 10 to 13 degrees higher than it should be for the time of year. And the sunshine, the warmth continues for many into this coming weekend. You're up to date in latest weather. All your breakfast headlines are next.